179 British servicemen and women were killed during the Iraq War that followed the US-led invasion 20 years ago. 3,500 others were wounded. Many more suffered mental injuries. Caroline Hawley has been speaking to veterans whose lives were scarred by their service in Iraq, now finding healing at sea.
These Iraq veterans are now moving forward with their lives and helping others do the same. Sean set up a sailing charity for those scarred by their experience. Paul is the chief instructor.
Being out on the water, Mother Nature as well, that's how I came about sailing, was to find something to keep me occupied.
Paul did 2 tours during the Iraq War.
I wouldn't want it to be forgotten about. There was a lot of people did some great work out there. A lot of people died doing that work, and as always, we should never forget that side.
Did you know people who died?
Yes, some close friends. Yeah, over the years.
Sean's job as a medic in the RAF, a trained A&E nurse, was to save lives.
Multiple casualties, significant injuries, absolute life-changing, multiple deaths. Some of the decisions I had to make were really challenging with limited resources. Sometimes you had to say no. That was really, really hard.
Jan was injured when the helicopter she was travelling in was shot down in Baghdad. After her leg was amputated, she was medically discharged from the Navy.
I fitted into Civvy Street okay. I still had my anger issues, I still had my nightmares, which I struggle with. I only sleep about 3-4 hours a night.
And when you look back now on the Iraq War, how do you feel about it?
I don't see the point, personally, of wars, any wars, because nobody ever wins a war, do they? It's just a lot of pain and suffering.
Thousands of veterans like Jan have now sailed with the charity Turned to Starboard and experienced the therapeutic effect. Sean wanted others to benefit after it helped him find a way out of the darkest point of his life.
It was no use to anybody, and I had some really awful negative thoughts. I never actually attempted to kind of take my own life, but I certainly thought about it.
The charity's got veterans of Iraq still coming forward for help 2 decades on.
2-6, hey!
Here they can recreate the camaraderie, the sense of belonging, of pulling together that many miss when they leave the military.
We've got 22 yacht masters on the programme. 3 of those attempted suicide last year. Now we've sailed them, and you see this positivity and excitement about their futures, and then they go home and have a conversation with their other halves, and there's light. It's extraordinarily positive. I love my job. I love every day, and I know that my family are really proud of what I've achieved.
Caroline Hawley with that report from Falmouth Bay in Cornwall.